Alright, folks, I'm back, and you might have noticed I made a post saying probably no upload this week. I lied. So, truth be told, last night I got a random case of the chills. It was very not fun. I was gonna record my first impressions video for Pokopia, and I ended up not doing that on account of barely being able to move because my body felt frozen. And, this morning I go to work, I feel so much better. I get home, and I immediately have the chills again. But you gotta suffer for what you love, because Death Battle is back with the next episode, and it's Perfect Cell versus Metal Sonic. This is gonna be a badass one, man. I'm looking forward to this. Although, before we begin, about that post I mentioned, you should go check it out, because I included a poll. You can decide the next Mr. Mania Show scripted episode, when I did videos on Banjo-Kazooie, Pac-Man World 2 Repack, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think the last big scripted video was 3 months ago. Oops. And I do have scripts either nearly finalized or done and just sitting around for every game on that poll. But if there's something else you'd like, by all means, click the other option and comment, and I'll see if I have it. And if just one person votes, then congrats, you're gonna get what you want. So, yeah, no more doom, gloom. Let's watch some Sonic Boom. Metal Sonic did show up in Sonic Boom, but anyway, cool YouTube TV picture showtime.
Sonic. Which copycat android is truly the superior?
I will say, this is apparently Devil Artemis' final job for Death Battle, so this is the perfect way to go out. Like, he's voicing both characters, he's animating it.
There's a monster
ready.
stalking Ginger Town.
Batman.
No one who's seen it has lived to tell the tale. All it left behind was their clothes. Something ate these people's insides, leaving only a shadow behind. Some kind of creature driven only by the need to feed. Earth's new apex predator, the ultimate life form. The Namekian Piccolo went to investigate this manslayer and discovered that it was intelligent. Its tail could unravel to absorb its hapless victims and add their energy to its wretched gestalt. But the nightmare was only just beginning.
He got such a seemingly big power buff just from drinking that one guy.
Knew the Kamehameha. The mystery of this creature's origin was decades in the making.
Okay, the biggest issue, though, I know I'm talking over this, but Metal Sonic can copy people's abilities just by looking at them. He's gonna scan Cell, and he's gonna have the Kamehameha, the Tri-Beam, the friggin' Special Beam Cannon. He's gonna have all of it. Anything Cell has, Metal Sonic is gonna use.
In his spooky cave laboratory, Giro would go to work studying the Z-Fighters from afar, learning everything there was to know about him, and building a series of androids that would destroy his spiky-haired nemesis once and for all. He made a ton of them: infinite energy androids, key-absorbing androids, trucker head androids,
yeah! Look at my
Ginger android. However, none of Giro's creations were capable of matching that drive to improve that Goku and his fellow martial artists possessed. Luckily, he had one more android left. A cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Giro's death to complete. Its name was Cell. Born from a single cell, get it? This android possessed the genetic information of all the greatest warriors that had battled on Earth, and, when fully evolved, would become unstoppable. And with their
extremely
DNA,
annoying to draw.
All their powers and techniques too.
That's
Common
great.
among all of them is the power to manipulate ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize it to fire energy blasts, fly at faster than light speeds, move things with telekinesis, and create force fields. From the humans, Krillin and Tien, Cell knows the multiform technique, Destructo Disc, and the Tri-Beam, his extra special favorite. Oh, weird, I'm not seeing Chaozu on this list. Sorry, bud. Is Chaozu human? Oh. Okay. Cell can fire the Death Beam, as well as breathe in and travel through the vacuum of space with the alien genes of Frieza and his father. And because he's got Piccolo's DNA, Cell can regenerate
Chaozu actually does have paralysis that can slow down Dragon Ball Super base Goku for a few seconds?
And cannot be destroyed unless the small cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated. Should that little bugger survive, Cell will always return, even stronger than before, because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Definitely the cream of
the genetic corrupt.
Fifth Third Bank keeps your money safe with fraud monitoring and threat blocking.
This is banking. A Fifth Third better.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, folks. I don't have YouTube Premium, so just expect a lot of these
He
on
can
longer
perfectly
reaction
replicate
videos.
attacks like the Gallic Gun, Spirit Bomb, and of course Kamehameha, as well as teleport by locking onto
Jeez,
a
only
living
3
being's
minutes
key
in and I
signature.
got mad.
But the best part of being a Saiyan is how much crazy stronger they get every time they
Yeah,
almost
look at all those
die.
moves,
They
man.
can
Metal is
evolve
gonna get
to
those, and that's how he's gonna
orders of
win, and I'm gonna be
magnitude
sad.
stronger in the midst of battle.
I like Metal
Combine
Sonic,
that with
but I'm
self-healing
Dragon
factor,
Ball
and he's effectively
so
the
cool,
ultimate
man.
warrior.
Like a perpetual shonen motion machine.
Driven by a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour Giro's previous androids, 17 and 18, believing it would make him perfect.
He just
Only
wants a
one
snack.
problem. The Cell we know was born in the future, and both 17 and 18 had been destroyed. So he murdered Trunks and went back in time. Not our Trunks, future Trunks. Well, not future Trunks, but another future Trunks. It's very complicated. There's like 5 timelines.
As Cell defeated and absorbed the androids, he evolved. Not only getting stronger, but changing his personality.
You know, I still never
and
understood
developing a
that.
lust for
How does-
battle.
He became
How does
less
first
creepy
form
bug
Cell
serial killer and
stack
more,
up to
well, Saiyan.
a
After
Trunks that was
exploiting
able to kill
very
the
Saiyan
androids?
arrogance
'Cause,
and
like,
warrior's
I
pride,
mean,
Cell
it's not-
finally
it's not
became
stated
perfect
that
and
he went back in
Easily
time
dominated Trunks and
and
Vegeta,
trained
the
with
latter of
Vegeta,
whom
but,
had
like,
decades of battle experience under his
I
belt.
feel like that's
Perfect
kind of an
Cell's
asshole.
power was off the charts. He could threaten the whole Earth just by powering up. With a full power Kamehameha, he was even capable of destroying our entire solar system.
While the vast majority of our solar system's mass is located in the sun, this still means that Cell's key wave would have to reach 2.8 billion miles to eradicate every planet.
But Wiz, maybe he was just exaggerating.
Not likely. Cell's claim has been backed up in multiple guidebooks, and even
Dang.
demonstrated outright in the video games.
Cell's even stronger in the anime adaptation, considering the time Frieza blew up Namek. In the anime, the explosion was literally hundreds of light years wide and lit up the friggin' galaxy.
And Cell was far stronger than Frieza was at that point in time.
Hell, the Namekians could sense him all the way from a different galaxy and thought he might be a threat to the whole universe.
He's also incredibly fast,
God, I hate this
capable of
feature.
blitzing even the strongest Z fighters at the time. Goku flew from Grand Kai's
the little
planet to
Hercule
heaven
mention
all
at
the
the
way to
bottom.
hell, hundreds of
I
billions
love
of
how
light
Death
years
Battle has
in
fun
half
with
a
these, man.
minute. And that was in his base form.
Yeah, that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze mini cell juniors out of your butt?
Ugh.
What? Never heard of that key technique? Call it the Kegel.
Perfect Cell was entirely without peer and, no longer wedded to Giro's petty grudge, decided to prove it with a tournament.
The Cell Games! And if
Whoa.
Goku couldn't
Sponsored
even
by
beat him,
Heat Tap.
what hope did anyone else have? Vegeta couldn't even handle a Cell Junior.
Their last hope was Goku's own son, Gohan.
After Cell arrogantly let him power up, Gohan unleashed his rage, pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits, and beat him. Wow, Cell, you really are related to Vegeta, aren't you?
In truth, Cell was a victim of his own
You know, it's still
success.
insane that
The
Gohan
same
and
Saiyan
Piccolo
genes that
still
made
haven't
him
shown up on Death Battle.
all-powerful also sowed the seeds of his
I don't know about
defeat.
Piccolo,
He
but I
got
feel like the
so
only
mad, he even
real
blew himself
options for
up.
Gohan
Maybe he
are
does
either
have some
Superboy,
chiaotzu
which
in
would
him
just be
after
retread
all.
in
Even
Goku
that
versus
wasn't
Superman,
enough to totally put
or
him down,
Mark,
and he came back
or
with the
Invincible, I
same
guess.
Super Saiyan power-up that
Like,
Gohan
that
had just
would
unlocked.
technically be retreading
Perfect
Bardock versus
Cell. Now
Omni-Man.
with more lightning, in a battle
Even
for the
though-
ages, Cell put the
even though hopefully
entire
this
weight
time
of his
the correct
biological
person would
programming
win. I'm
against
still mad
one
about
lone
that.
Saiyan and went the distance.
Bardock
But in
just
the end,
smoked
it
Omni-Man.
still
I will
wasn't
fight
enough. No
anyone
matter
who
how
says
brilliantly
otherwise.
Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters,
I
he
won't
still couldn't
actually,
quite
I
figure
feel
out
like
their
I'm
knack for
very
going
physically
beyond.
incapable.
What can be destroyed can always be rebuilt. All it takes to recreate the most fearsome warrior in the universe is one single cell.
So we'll poke the mic.
Hey, real quick, did you know Death Battle launched our own tabletop gaming channel?
Oh,
It's
I
called
didn't!
The Nightly Brew. We're
I
doing
don't care.
Time and again, the world and its cuddly forest critters were threatened by the evil and oval Dr. Ivo
He's
Eggman
so
Robotnik.
round.
And time and again, that same world and those same critters were saved by
Dude, it was
Sonic
always so
the
funny when
Hedgehog.
Classic Robotnik
No
got
matter
shocked
how
and his
many
glasses were
robotic
lowered and you could see his
bandits
eyes
the good
bulging out of his
doctor
head.
threw at his
That's
blue
funny.
spiky nemesis, his schemes were always six spin
I like
jumps
really
to the
cartoony
glowing weak
expressions,
spot
man.
away
I don't
from
really
getting
know what else to
cracked
say
and
to that.
scrambled.
But it wouldn't be over easy for Eggman. If he
Hey,
couldn't
look at him go
defeat
there.
Googler, he would make
He's
his
just
own
an angry boy.
Metal Sonic.
Well, 0 points on creativity for that name, but god Damn, he does look metal as hell!
They say imitation is the sincerest form of
Hate
flattery,
Sonic,
so
Sonic,
Eggman
Sonic,
built
Sonic,
Metal
yep.
with more than enough blast processing to match his prototype.
Metal can zoom around at massively hypersonic speeds, fast enough to fly to nearby planets in seconds.
He's tougher than Eggman's standard equipment, some of which can survive black holes.
Metal can use all of Sonic's power-ups, and even replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his own.
He can attack with energy blasts, fire a chest laser, surround himself in an electric aura, or an impenetrable force field.
By overloading his circuitry with energy, Metal can activate V maximum overdrive, quadrupling his acceleration and obliterating anything in his
Oh,
path.
that stupid
the
move you had to
risk of
hit him with.
self-destructing.
You had to hit him with
that'd be
while
enough
he
to
was
turn
using
the
it in Sonic
rodent into
Generations.
roadkill. But it only took one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
On
got beat by
paper,
a
Metal
wall.
should be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For
I gotta watch
some
that
reason,
Sonic movie at
Eggman
one point,
wasn't
man.
able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpened his AI into a seething hatred of his rival and a burning
just couldn't
desire
take
to
the L.
prove himself superior.
Yeah, well, when you're getting your supersized
Real
red
legends
ass
remember
handed to you
what
by
Metal did in
Charmy
Mario
B,
Bros. Z.
you know something's gone horribly wrong.
Metal's defeats gave him an existential crisis. If he was created to surpass Sonic and couldn't even manage that, what was he? Why should he exist?
Never one to admit
Badass
defeat,
whose
Eggman took
potential
Metal
is
back to
always
the drawing
squandered
board
because Sega
and
refuses
birthed
to do
him
anything
anew.
cool with their
Ew.
characters.
This Neo Metal Sonic was, above all, far
Sega
smarter.
has so many
Especially
stupid ass
after
rules
he
when it comes to
copied
Sonic, man.
Eggman's
Like, I hate the
intelligence
fact
and
that
took
classic
over his
classic
empire. And we mean
characters
literally
like
copied.
Mighty Ray,
If
the
Metal started
Hooligans,
as Sonic's
are a lot
copycat,
of modern
why not
games.
hunt
It's
all of his
just-
furry friends down and copy them too?
Neo Metal Sonic is equipped with scanners in his optic receptors that can copy a person's biodata, giving him the ability to recreate all of their abilities in seconds.
Like the Sonic Boom, Knuckles' hammer punch, Tails' magical swiveling asshole, and Pete's ability to suck at fishing.
Metal isn't just learning their moves, he can replicate more esoteric powers like Silver Psychokinesis, manufacture Rouge's mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon invisibility. It's worth mentioning
Bro
that
can really
biological
turn
data is a
invisible
real
just
scientific
'cause.
term and can
It's
refer to
insane.
molecular structures like the genome sequence within a living organism's DNA.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably helps that he can shapeshift and regenerate his whole body from a puddle.
Likely by copying one of the mightiest beings on the planet, the god of destruction, Chaos.
Not the only chaos he's encountered.
By scanning the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, he gained his ability to manipulate some of the most powerful artifacts in the universe.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
Yes,
Super Obama.
the emeralds contain an infinite wellspring of mystical power and life energy. With them, Metal can perform Shadow's chaos control. He can teleport, warp, and distort space, boost his speed, and stop time. And with either the Chaos Emeralds or Master Emerald, he can transform into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Bro, him in the
Completely
comics during that arc, that
invulnerable
was
and
so
completely
freaking cool.
golden. Super Neo Metal Sonic can move at faster than light speeds.
Like, look
and
at
has the
Knuckles.
power to
He is
move
so screwed.
continents.
The emeralds are inconceivably powerful. They've been used to fuel Eggman's Death Egg, which could obliterate star systems.
On their own, they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Other super characters like Sonic have battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and
Wait,
timelines.
go
Characters
back.
like Sonic have
Sonic Speed. Oh my god, they're using the goddamn Roblox game. Oh man, that's rich. Bro, that means if Cell loses, he technically loses to Roblox logic. Oh my god.
battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater,
The
who could
quality's so
destroy
bad all of a
multiple
sudden.
dimensions and timelines in seconds. At their peak, 3 super hedgehogs have even fought Solaris, who nearly consumed Sonic's
There we go.
entire multiverse.
So Super Neo Metal Sonic should be
Oh
just
my god.
as powerful as any of them.
Oh my
Though
god.
he's got to be quick
They're actually
because
using the
all that
Roblox
power
game.
only lasts a short time.
The road to total domination was nearly at an end. After manipulating Sonic and friends and copying their abilities, Metal eventually combined their biodata with the mighty Egg Fleet and became Metal Overlord.
Complete with missiles, giant crystal projectiles, and the strength to match 3 supersonic heroes all by
Dude, I
himself,
still hate
Overlord
that
is
name, the Sonic
all-time
Heroes.
final
Like, what do you
boss
mean you could make
material.
Super Tails and
And he
Knuckles when
knew
they,
it.
it clearly
His ego might as well have
existed
had
in
its own
Sonic 3 and
headline.
Knuckles.
Metal's drive to surpass his rival had morphed into the delusional belief that he was the original and Sonic the loathsome copy.
A copy that Metal had finally outclassed. All the heroes Metal had gathered had to team up to
so
take him
weirdly in
down.
Sonic
He
Heroes,
may have
man.
stolen
He just
their
seemed
abilities,
thrashing
but
around.
Metal never possessed the thing that made the Sonic heroes successful. Their friendship and teamwork.
Aw, how cute! Gag. Probably should have added some of those goddamn rails to the final boss fight, because it is impossible to land on those things. Ahem. After getting trashed again, Eggman reprogrammed Metal to purge any bits of
Why
rebelliousness
did
from his
Omega pick him
code.
up and
Metal
just take him
returned to
away?
being
Like,
the
what
Eggman
hell
Army's
was that?
chief enforcer, always proving invaluable as the Bad Doctor's greatest creation, now completely obedient once again.
I don't know, Wiz. Who knows what's really going on behind those glowing red eyes? Maybe Metal is more cunning than he lets on, and is only biding his time until he can take over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied was the ability to lie.
And just like that, Death Battle is doing more with Metal Sonic's
Hey, I'm
character than
Chad, the
Sega
voice
ever
of
has.
Boomstick. And if you don't believe me, well, what about now? That's
Cool.
what
Skipping.
pitch.
Wait,
Death Battle.
what was it?
We want to give each pitch the time it needs,
Discussing your
so
matchup
quantity
pitches?
is limited, so you better act quick. Death Battle pitches are available right
God,
now
I
on
want to do
Death Battle.
that. I want them to redo
Sure.
Luigi versus
Right,
Tails,
these
man.
copycats get
I want to
copycat.
see that green
So
plumber
here we go,
just
and remember,
splatter that fox
deathbattle.gg.
into the
We want
pavement.
to hear your pitches. Thanks.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Oh, showtime,
It's
baby.
time
Give it
for
to
a
me!
Death Battle!
Yeah. Actually, last minute predictions. Honestly, guys, I think Cell is probably going to get friggin' smoked. Man, they're both so cool. I don't know who to root for. Because, like, I kind of want Cell to win, but it's like, this seems like such a clear Metal Sonic stomp. I don't know. You know what? Screw it. I'm locking it in. Metal Sonic's going to win. God, I hit those keys so loud.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your
Oh, I hear that
reputation
motif, baby, in the
precedes
song.
you.
Yeah.
Your strongest fighter, or face.
Rose
Then prepare to move before your master. Perfect.
Bro, this shit looks so clean. I want to learn how to animate as fluently as Devil Artemis, man. This looks amazing. Your Metal Sonic model now comes with a built-in taser. One robot, four bugs. Look that up.
Tell me, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
Oh, he said the thing!
Not anymore.
And he's doing the thing! Do it! This looks so goddamn sick! What is that, Little Planet? No. Careful, Cell, your Brieza's showing.
Fool, you're dealing with the ultimate life form.
Oh, I saw that. The flames. You can see each of his forms. I'll hold back now. Oh, what? Wait. Was that? Oh, my God. Oh, he's so screwed. Yep, there it is. Yep, there it is. He's so screwed. Oh, Cell is so screwed, man.
It'll take more than that to kill me, puppet!
Domain expansion. Swamp of Serenity.
Now I know
Oh, the Emerald. Wait.
about you.
Ah, he did the thing. Oh, he did the forehead tab, bro. Come on. Come on, man. You're appealing to me specifically. Ew. Looks like an ass blaster. When the hell could Metal make clones? What did he do? Oh. Wait.
Don't you dare.
Bro absorbed the TFS trauma, bro. He knew. Literally any other move, they chose the one that annoyed him the most. That's awesome. Bro, there's something so weird about seeing a Sonic character do a Kamehameha.
The greatest warrior in the universe. I am all of them.
More good one-liners. Again, there's something so weird about that, but it still looks so badass. Oh.
If you are all of them, then so am I.
Bro just reformed.
To a machine.
It's the chaos control, man. Cell can't do anything against. Yep, he's dead. Right there. There was no stopping chaos control. Same thing.
I'll crush you.
Yeah! Bro. That was so freaking sick. I still gotta watch the little wrap up at the end, but I want to go back and look at a few things. Right there. Him walking through the fire. Let's see.
Fool, you're dealing with
Okay, there's... Yeah, right there. Look, there's first form cell.
the ultimate.
Okay, well, obviously second form cell had to be in there somewhere. I couldn't see it, but like first form cell, second form cell, that's cool. But then...
I already possess his data. Observe chaos. Done.
That combo right there, I swear to God. Hold on. You know what? No. You know what? I'm pulling this up. Super Sonic versus Super Shadow. I think it's right.
You were right about
I just watched this movie recently, man, so I swear to God, I'm not crazy.
now.
Yep. Hit him with the freaking Super Shadow Sonic Movie 3 combo. Okay, back to the fight. Alright. Freaking Little Planet, bro. That's the craziest cameo. Let's see, where are we at now? Broke off the line. Oh.
I'll crush you.
It feels a little weird for that to be the last thing he says, man. Like, he's already been crushed.
Now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that world's fucked. Our bad.
And that's a reference, too, to Eggman vs. Wily at the end where Metal Sonic destroys everything.
Ultimately proved too much for him. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
I know my Death
Strength,
Metal stuff,
speed,
man. Don't test
abilities,
me.
and adaptation.
First up, who was the strongest?
I feel
Well,
like-
it's no surprise that any version
like
of
Cell
Cell
has
was
to be
gonna be
stronger.
way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal
Really?
match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that
Really?
Cell was strong
Wait,
enough to threaten a
So,
universe on
Super
his
Neo
own.
Metal is
They did, but
actually
they didn't specify
stronger
how,
than
and there's
Super
nothing
Perfect Cell?
suggesting he can destroy it in one go. Especially
Yep,
since
see
it's
right there,
only
the head
brought up
tap.
theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse, and Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes the edge.
It's so
in
stupid they're
strength.
using the
And with
Roblox
Sonic
game, man.
characters being known for their
Okay,
speed,
so
you might
Metal
think
Sonic
that
was
was an
stronger.
easy win for
that would-
Metal.
And his max speed in his super form,
The
he
freaking
should be
Roblox
comparable to
game.
entities like the
it's
Time
such a-
Eater,
it's so
who
weird.
in Shadow
It's not-
Generations
it's not
can
that big a
destroy
deal, but it's just
entire
funny.
universes in seconds. By using the
Like, what do you
radius
mean
of the
Roblox
observable
contributed to
universe, we
Metal
can
Sonic
estimate
killing
the Time
Cell?
Eater's destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell
I wanna
shortly
shake
after
the
the Cell
hand of
games,
whoever does the
which
calculations
covered
for the
roughly
show.
a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Hey, just like Time Eater. The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell can move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed. You know, the thing Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that. Let's see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note, though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died.
Yeah,
and
but
his Cell Juniors gave him the
couldn't Metal
numbers
Sonic just
advantage.
copy that?
Considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with chaos control, that became a lot tougher. tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed
Right.
or stopping time.
There's just no
Something that
counter
countered
to
Cell's speed
him
advantage and
basically
left him
freely
open.
freezing
And with
time.
Silver Psychokinesis, or
And
the
since he's
Emerald
stronger,
Spatial
it's more
Distortion,
likely he'd land
Metal
a
can
killing blow.
seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite
Until
effectively
he
being a
froze
newborn,
time.
Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves
Sure.
us with the one thing they're both known for, their capability to evolve and become more powerful in response to their opponents, aka their adaptation.
And frankly, that's where this back and forth completely breaks.
It's-
Because at the end of the day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell can't absorb
He's
Metal.
just too
Cell's
broken,
ability
man.
to physically
And Cell
absorb
can't
an
absorb
opponent is
inorganic
primarily
stuff.
viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Even if he took Metal by surprise, he can't absorb fully inorganic
Right there.
robots like Android 16.
Cell was only able to absorb Androids 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
Metal, on the other hand, can copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could
Bro, it's not
easily
messing
accomplish
around.
during a time stop.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z Warriors too.
Remember, Metal's copying applies to abilities that fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place. Quite literally, biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's key techniques?
Bro, so
Believe it or
Cell
not,
was
copied.
just
Chaos
screwed
Emeralds are
from
described as
the
being able
second
to
the fight
produce
started.
life
Good
energy,
lord,
or
this
similar
was
to
a
heat.
stop.
So there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this point, there's nothing stopping Metal from, say, stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level. Just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do anything the Z fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, cause Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous advantages. Metal's copy ability is just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it Sonic CD.
Why's that?
Cell died. Where's he? You get it?
That's so
CD?
stupid.
Where you go? Come on back. Next time on Death Battle.
Alright, who's next? Is that? I don't know who that is. Is that Bakugo though? I see a bunch of explosions. Yeah, it's Bakugo versus.
Subscribe and join as a member to
Reze or
see more
Rez?
Death Battle. Thanks for
I don't know who that is. But yeah, that just about does it, man. Oof. Bro, Cell fans, I'm so sorry for you. And I'm most sorry for Devil Artemis, man. His mascot got smoked. That was such a good fight, though. But, like, as soon as Metal Sonic whipped out the Chaos Control, it was just over, man. I can't wait for a bunch of people online to be like, well, actually, he only won because of Chaos Control. If you took that away, he would have lost. But, like, the point of the show is that they use all the abilities they have, man. So, like, of course he'd use Chaos Control. I don't know. That was a sick-ass fight. I have no idea who Reze is. I might even go back and react to the older episodes. Like, I still vividly remember Bowser versus Eggman as, like, a cinematic event while I was in college. It was insane. But I haven't watched the fight in forever, so maybe I'll react to some of those. Because both of these were good, man. I'm getting some good recommendations. Frieza versus Megatron, Bowser versus Eggman. But, yeah, that about does it, folks. Again, check out that post I made. Participate in the poll. See if you want to choose the next Core Mr. Mania Show review episode. And, you know what? Let's have some fun with this. Also, comment down below here. What would your dream matchup be? Would it be a rematch like mine? Because I'm being dead ass serious. My most wanted request is for them to redo Luigi versus Tails. Green Bean needs his justice. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do the like and subscribe thingamadoodle. And with that, oh my god, it's 11:30. I gotta go to bed. I'm going to bed. Good night, folks. And I'm trying out a new slogan. Stay maniacal. Have a good night, guys.